What's up, family? My name is Trill, and I hope you guys had an amazing Memorial Day. Hope everyone is well rested for the new week. But today we have some good news in regards to some inflation relief checks. Yes, this is where local cities and states are wanting to do more in regards to the increase in inflation over the past couple of months. We have some offering $300 gas vouchers, and we have others wanting to offer as much as $2,000 stimulus checks. Majority of Americans are struggling right now, especially our low-income families, those that are on fixed income, such as our Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, and so on. Well, these 50% increases in gas and food prices is really making it hard for most Americans. And the offering of gas vouchers or $2,000 checks can really help the people out. I'm going to tell you guys all about it, but first, as a quick reminder, I wanted to tell you about on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you are interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Okay guys, real quick, I wanted to tell you about the new promotion that started a couple of weeks ago. Webull, which is an amazing trading platform where you can buy and sell stocks on the stock market. Well, they have just increased their previous offer to now giving out up to 6 free stocks. All you have to do is sign up using the link down below and then deposit just $1 and they're going to give you 6 free stocks. Now, the first 2 stocks can be valued up to $300 each, and the remaining 4 stocks can be up to $3,000 each. And so, guys, if you are super lucky, that can be worth up to $12,600 in promotions. Now, this promotion ends on June the 9th, so if you want to go ahead and get these free 6 stocks, you need to go ahead and act fast and go ahead and claim yours today. That link will be down below. Well, guys, the White House has come out over the weekend and said that Russia will likely default on its debt and its obligations. In addition to that, the U.S. official says that Moscow is making incremental progress in taking over Donbas. But yes, guys, the Biden administration expects Russia to default on its sovereign debt. The White House press secretary Karen Jean-Pierre said in a statement, Moscow will likely fail to meet its obligations and face default, an enduring sign of their status as a pariah in the global financial system. Now, according to Jean-Pierre, added that the White House expects minimal effect on the global economy because Russia has already been isolated financially by a wave of sanctions. And when the U.S. sanctioned the Russian central bank earlier this year, it allowed an exception for Russia to pay its bondholders through the U.S. banks, which the Treasury Department lifted the carve out this week, raising the prospect of a default. So yes, guys, this is some huge news coming as if we did not expect this coming out of Russia, but we'll just have to see exactly how this will affect other economies. Now, Russia is trying to shift the blame for the growing food crisis caused by the war. Moscow presented the West to lift sanctions against Russia over the war in Ukraine, seeking to shift the blame for a growing food crisis that has been worsening over the past few months. And Russian President Vladimir Putin told Italian Prime Minister Mario that Moscow is ready to make significant contributions to overcoming the food crisis through the export of grain and fertilizer on the condition that politically motivated restrictions imposed by the West are actually lifted, which we don't see the United States or the West lifting those anytime soon, guys. But in addition to that, hey, we did hear over the weekend as well, the UA leaders have reached a deal that is going to ban most or majority of Russian oil. Yes, over the weekend, European Union leaders agreed to a 6th sanctions package that would immediately hit 75% of Russian oil imports. European Council President Charles Michel said in a statement, adding that an embargo would expand to encompass 90% of imports by the end of the year. Now, Turkish President said that Vladimir Putin, he is ready to meet with the officials from Russia and Ukraine and the United Nations in Istanbul to help bring about an end to the war. Meanwhile, Russian forces continue to pound Ukrainian positions in the country, Donbas, which Moscow has described as an unconditionally priority for them. And a French journalist was also killed by Russian artillery in the Donbas area. And Russia has likely suffered devastating losses among its officers, according to the UK's Minister of Defense said in a daily intelligence update, while fears of a global food crisis mount as Ukrainian vital grain exports are stuck behind a blockade on their ports. But I believe that those ports are being relieved as of now, guys. So I will continue to keep you guys updated on the war in Ukraine and the effects of the war in Ukraine. But moving on, guys, in regards to what's going on here in the United States, where we just saw recent mass shootings in Buffalo, New York, as well as Uvalde, Texas, in which since then, guys, the Democrats are now ramping up their offense on the abortion as well as the guns. It says in a statement that Democrats are increasingly energized after the leaked Roe v. Wade draft opinion from the Supreme Court, and recent mass shootings put a spotlight on a hot button social issues that they see as liabilities for Republicans. Now, the party has seized on calls to increase abortion access as well as implement new gun control measures after the drafts released this month and horrific killings in Buffalo and Texas. The Democrats say that the recent developments raise the stakes for the midterm elections, as well as it gives them a new opportunity to ramp up pressure on the Republicans, which is a reversal from a months-long defensive crotch on culture war issues like critical race theory, sex education in schools, and many, many more. Now, they said in a statement that I think that part of the challenge for Democrats right now is that they have been too quiet, while Republicans just continue to bring out the culture war battle of the day, and Democrats have just shut up instead of pushing back against the Republicans. And the new focus on both abortion and gun control presents an opportunity for the Democrats to go on the offense and define the difference between the parties on those issues that inspire the voters. So yes, guys, it looks like the Democrats have an opportunity to go ahead and push their gun control as well as the abortion issues in this country. And we actually have seen where Canada has actually done this over the weekend, which we did hear from Justin Trudeau, which he introduced a strict gun control on handguns in the country of Canada. Now, this is just one step closer to pushing this theme of preventing and putting stronger measures on providing and being able to get a gun in the United States. But we are seeing the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau wants to freeze the sale and the importation and the transfer of handguns into Canada, according to a recent report, saying that, in other words, we're capping the market for handguns. He said at a press conference, other than using firearms for sports shooting and hunting, there is no reason that anyone in Canada should need guns in the everyday lives. So yes, guys, we are seeing other countries moving forward with putting more of a stricter gun control on providing guns to the Canada people. But what are we going to see in the United States, guys? Well, we already know that they are pushing, as far as the Democrats go, they are pushing for stronger control on their gun laws, in which we hear from President Biden over the weekend, in which he believes that rational Republicans could move on gun control as well, while more of the radical Republicans probably won't do much at all. But President Biden told reporters on Monday that rational Republicans could act on some gun controls in the wake of the recent mass shootings in Uvalde, Texas, as well as Buffalo, New York. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell told CNN on Thursday that he met with Texas Senator John Cornyn and encouraged him to speak with Democrats to find a compromise on the legislation in response to the Texas shooting. Now, Biden said on Monday that he would welcome congressional action gun control. He specifically called Mitch McConnell a rational Republican and that Cornyn may be one or two, and there is a recognition on their part that they can't continue like this moving forward. Now, Biden also said that he has not spoken with the Republicans yet about finding a compromise on gun control, but he said that my guess is there's going to have to take a hard look at it and see what we can do going forward. He said that, look, I know that we have a responsibility. I can do the things that I've done, he said, but noted that the Constitution gives only Congress the power to change the laws. I can't outlaw a weapon. I can't change the background checks, but Congress can do all of the above. So again, guys, hey, we need to do something because we do not want to see more children being murdered in the school systems. We need to figure out a way to fix this issue, guys, whether that's to provide guns to our teachers or either put military at each and every school, or either we just completely ban all assault rifles. I don't know what the issue is, guys, but we do need to do something, and we need to do it quick, guys. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What do you think is the best way to go ahead and curb this issue of people walking into our school systems and taking our children away from us, guys? I know me for myself, I feel dearly about this whole situation because I have an 11-year-old and I have a 3-year-old, guys, and it just hurts me to see that other parents were able to lose their children in the Uvalde, Texas mass shooting. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and in addition to that, we will continue to keep those families in our prayers in the meantime. Moving on, guys, hey, I wanted to remind you about this story that I brought up previously. But guys, if you are interested in moving into another state, such as if you live in California and you are tired of the high prices on houses as well as gas prices and everything in California, hey, you may be interested in moving over to Arkansas, because they are stating right here that Arkansas is now offering remote tech workers $10,000 in Bitcoin to move to Arkansas. Yes, according to this article, it says that the Northwest Arkansas Council, which is a nonprofit organization, is offering remote tech professionals and entrepreneurs $10,000 in Bitcoin to move to the region. Now, Bitcoin is the largest cryptocurrency by market value. It's currently trading around $42,000, which I want to remind you guys that Bitcoin has actually come down since this article. However, Bitcoin is sitting around $30,000 right now, which means that it has an opportunity to even go up back to $43,000, guys, and even go up to the all-time high of $64,000. So if you receive $10,000 in Bitcoin right now, hey, that could go up over the next 6 months, in addition to what you make on top of your job by moving to the region of Arkansas. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to remind you that this is an opportunity for you to receive some additional money as well as a job in the state of Arkansas, guys. If you're interested, I will include a link down below in the description to this article, but don't sleep on it, guys. This is a lot of money. But anyways, guys, hey, we do have an opportunity for gasoline vouchers. This is part of the inflation coming from different cities and states. Yes, in this article on MarketWatch.com, it says that gasoline vouchers worth up to $300 a month, and some economics back new government aid as prices at the pumps continue to soar. Now, it does state that as a Democratic Party administration in Washington struggles to find effective ways to fight high inflation, some economists are calling for lawmakers to deliver new assistance for Americans dealing with these high gas prices. Now, it says that if I were a Democratic leadership in the House, I'd bring forward a bill to give $50 billion in gas price relief to low-income households, as well as to divide Republicans to vote against it, said Ian Shepherdson, which is a chief economist at Pantheon Macroeconomics. Now, he said that wouldn't such spending add to inflation? Well, he pushed back after the critics suggested exactly just that, with the economics saying it would not, because a $50 billion outlay amounts to just 0.2% of the U.S. GDP. Now, the average retail price for gasoline in the United States has soared to a record well above $4 per gallon as Russian President Vladimir Putin's war in Ukraine continues to assist with the push of energy prices. Yes, guys, that is exactly what's happened, but that is not the only reason of why these gas prices are soaring right now. Just to remind you guys that the gas prices are soaring right now only because of the oil companies saw an opportunity to go ahead and increase the gas prices to affect the American people as well as other countries. And that is only because they saw an opportunity, guys, to go ahead and blame it on the invasion of Ukraine, as well as to blame it on the current president, which is President Biden. But just to remind you guys, that is only because of the decision that the oil companies has decided on. But anyways, guys, this is just an opportunity that they are talking about, and the economists are insisting that the government provide gasoline vouchers of $300 per month to offset the gas prices at the pumps. Do you guys agree with this? Do you think that they should offer these $300 gasoline vouchers for our low-income households? I definitely agree with that, guys, I definitely stand behind this additional offer of $300 per month in gasoline vouchers. But in addition to that, guys, we do have Pennsylvania is getting a new $2,000 stimulus check. Yes, Governor Tom Wolf is pushing for direct payments of up to $2,000 for Pennsylvania households using some of the federal stimulus funds that they receive from the federal government. Yes, guys, Governor Tom Wolf proposed a $1.7 billion plan to help Pennsylvania fully recover from the pandemic and pave the way for a successful future. Yes, he said this back in February, which is part of his proposal included $500 million for the PA Opportunity Program, which would send households in the keynote state with an income of $80,000 or less a direct payment of up to $2,000. Now, legislation has been introduced in both the Senate and the House by the Democratic lawmakers, but the Republican-led General Assembly has been slow to act on this bill. Yes, it does state that this is a plan or to provide one of their own to use federal stimulus funding from the American Rescue Plan Act, which the state is right now sitting on $2 billion in federal funds that must be used by December the 31st of 2024. So they still got a little bit of time, but they do want to go ahead and use that money right now to provide to its residents that are struggling the most, which I will say that I do believe that all states should try to use that federal stimulus aid from the federal government right now versus waiting for another 2 years, because the economy could turn back around over the next 2 years. And right now, our low-income individuals such as Social Security recipients, SSI, SSDI, VA beneficiaries, and so on, and other low-income families are struggling right now. Right now is where the gas prices are hitting at $5 per gallon. Right now, the prices of food right now is up by 50%. Right now, the American people are struggling the most, guys. So yes, the states such as Pennsylvania need to offer some of that federal stimulus relief aid right now to its residents in the state and not wait another 1 to 2 years before the actual expiration of those stimulus funds. But anyways, guys, Pennsylvania needs our support even more today, according to the Governor Tom Wolf. And yes, guys, the governor has touted his plan as a way to help workers and families still reeling from financial hardship that has been caused by the pandemic. And the direct payments would boost household income for many who are still recovering from the pandemic, as well as the related costs of the pandemic, and stabilizing their budgets, and as well as rebuilding their savings accounts, guys, because we know a lot of Americans have depleted their savings accounts in the effects from the pandemic. But anyways, guys, hey, this is some awesome news, and I hope we see other states providing additional stimulus relief aid as well as some inflation relief checks to the American people, guys. But anyways, hey, I hope all of this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel today. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.